Hello out there everyone. Today we're going to take a quick look at this incredibly bizarre film, Beau is Afraid, directed by Ari Aster and released earlier this year. This is a movie that is practically unclassifiable. Certainly you can say that it's swimming in the same pool as, Charlie Kaufman, Spike Jonze. It's definitely got that sort of feel about it. So if you like Being John Malkovich, adaptation, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, I'd recommend this film. But this movie even goes beyond what Kaufman did. In some ways, it kind of reminds me of the other movie that Kaufman recently did for Netflix, I'm Thinking of Ending Things, but a little more focused, perhaps, in that film. And while in some ways equally abstract, I still think that this movie works better than that. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was funny. It was just constantly surprising me. I think it got away from itself in the third act a little bit. I think it could have been tightened up, narratively speaking, in that final act, but really, on balance, it's a remarkable piece of cinema, and I think Ari Aster really has shown himself to be a filmmaker with incredible talent and a singular voice. I loved Hereditary. I thought Midsommar was good. Didn't care for it as much, but I still respect and appreciate it, and it's certainly a very unique movie-going experience, although I will concede that it's clearly aping from Wicker Man. So to a certain degree, it's less original than I probably give it too much credit in that regard, I suppose. But Beau is Afraid is definitely a very singular narrative that is put to film with a level of craftsmanship that is undeniable. I can't say that it's going to be in my top 10 or 20 or even 50 films that I've seen, but I will say that it demonstrates what I love about movies, especially when the director and the writers and the actors, for that matter, take chances. I really don't want to spoil it. Essentially, it's the lead character, played by Joaquin Phoenix, who's terrific, by the way, is basically, it's almost as if he's in a pinball machine and he's the pinball. He seemingly has no control over what's happening to him and is constantly paralyzed by indecisiveness. And so he's just being, bounced around all these different characters and situations. It's a little stressful, I'll be honest. Watching it, I just kept thinking, he needs to show some executive function. I suppose that's probably what it really is about, is when you lack agency for yourself and are unable to execute, then don't be surprised if you get bounced around a lot. And it's just a fascinating character study. Definitely recommend it. This Blu-ray looks terrific, incidentally. Great PQ and AQ. There's an interesting supplemental excuse me on it, and while I'm sure there's going to be a collector's edition, I think that this is perfectly fine. I got it for a pretty good price, and I definitely like having it on my shelf. So on that note, take care out there, everyone. Stay safe, be kind, and by all means, keep watching good cinema.